Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Glover. Cindy has the night off. It was a unanimous vote tonight banning dockless electric scooters and bicycles for the next 6 months. The Chattanooga City Council takes this action after reports of other cities like Nashville experiencing troubles. Channel 3's Jake Chapman was at tonight's meeting for the first of 2 votes. He joins us in the studio. Jake, tell me what some of the issues council members have with these scooters.
Well, Greg, they see these scooters as a safety hazard for everyone in this city, and Councilman Ken Smith tells me cities throughout the country, like Nashville, as you just mentioned, have had issues with these scooters and believe it's time for scooter companies to make safety their top priority.
Because of all the accidents, because of all the injuries and now death, I think that they're going to have to look at themselves, their own processes, their own system, and make some improvements themselves for safety before they start rolling this out in other cities.
Councilman Ken Smith has been one of the more outspoken council members against dockless vehicles in Chattanooga. He says people leaving these vehicles anywhere on the streets is a problem for everyone.
Our disabled population being able to make their way down a sidewalk. We're having tripping hazards. There's all kinds of issues that they are causing, not to mention they're being thrown in bushes and they're actually destroying property to some degree, whether it's intended or not. Both on the police side, the fire side, these are individuals that are having to go and respond to these accidents. They're the ones that are seeing some of these firsthand. And it's a danger.
And safety isn't the only issue Smith has with the dockless scooters.
We're just not to that size. Or do we have the infrastructure and the width of our streets and everything else? So riding on the sidewalk and a lot of those issues I think we'd see a lot more of.
In a unanimous vote, the Chattanooga City Council approved the first reading of an ordinance to ban dockless electric vehicles for the next 6 months. Council members tell me the reason for this ban is to make sure legislation is up to date.
We have to look after public safety. That's our #1 priority, I feel like, as a legislator.
If this ordinance passes its second reading, people who violate this ban could face a fine of $50 for each offense. And Councilman Smith says if safety isn't #1 for these scooter companies.
And if they don't take those steps to ensure better safety, then we don't have to allow them at all.
Now, the council plans to have the final vote next week, and Councilman Smith, says he feels pretty confident it'll pass. Stay with us as we continue to follow this story. In the studio, Jake Chapman, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.